ॐ ॐ यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तं देवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। सर्वोपप्लवरहितः प्रज्ञानघनः प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि। वेदान्तार्थविभासकाय गुरवे शान्ताय सन्न्यासिने नानावादी नगेन्द्रसङ्घपवये योगीन्द्रवन्द्याय च मोहध्वान्तदिवाकराय भगवत्पादाभिधां बिभ्रते तस्मै भाष्यकृते नमोऽस्तु सततं पूर्णाय बोधात्मने। सर्वतंत्र स्वतंत्राय सदात्माद्वैतवेदिने श्रीमते शंकराचार्य वेदांत गुरवे नमः। योऽवतीर्ण इहाचार्य रूपेण यतीनामुदे श्रीमन्नारायणं वन्दे तं हरिं करुणानिधिं। मननाख्यं प्रकरणं वासुदेव यतीश्वरी रचितं विस्तरेणाद्य संग्रहेण प्रकाश्यते। बालानाम् उपकाराय मम विज्ञानसिद्धये तत्र श्री बालगोपाल कृष्णः सन्निहितो भवेत्। विविधमपि आवरणं तत्त्वज्ञानेन विनाश्यम्। Now this concealment of both the kinds is destroyed by the knowledge of reality. And by reality, we mean Paramatma. Okay? So when you see a gold bangle, a gold necklace, a gold crown, a gold bracelet, so on and so forth, the question to you is, what is the reality of the gold bangle? What is the reality of the gold necklace?
Gold
And then
itself.
without hesitation, you will say that gold is the reality of the bracelet. Gold is the reality of that crown, so on and so forth. Question is, what is it that your brain has processed and has identified gold as the reality of the bracelet and crown and so on and so forth? What is it that has allowed? What has allowed you to understand, cognize gold as the reality? Then you are going to say, well, the bangle, the bracelet, the crown, the necklace, all these are various names and forms. And all these names and forms arise in the gold and disappear in the gold. So for the necklace to come into existence, what is the prerequisite? Gold. And after the necklace is destroyed, what remains behind is the gold. Now the third question, and even as the necklace was existing, did the gold disappear, get destroyed, get modified? Did the gold turn into copper or silver or aluminium? What happened? Gold remains gold even before the necklace is created, remains gold even as the necklace is there, and remains as gold even after the necklace is destroyed. Can that necklace have independent existence apart from gold? Can that have an independent existence apart from gold? Meaning, will you be able to take the necklace leaving the gold behind? Can you leave the gold behind and take the necklace? So you are going to say, whenever you are going to touch the necklace, use the necklace, see the necklace, and in everything, all these transactions about the necklace are possible only because of the gold. So also over here, therefore you are saying that the necklace is an appearance and gold is the reality. Necklace, you are saying, is an apparent reality. It is apparent in the sense it is a transactional reality, because you will be able to purchase the necklace, you will be able to create the necklace, you will be able to sell the necklace, you will be able to use the necklace. So all these transactions about the necklace are possible, and therefore what are you going to call the necklace as? Is it is a transactional reality. It is, you are calling it real, but this transactional reality wouldn't be possible if it was not supported by gold, which is the absolute reality of the necklace. You see, similarly, over here, when we are saying the reality, we are not talking about, well, this table is real, the cup is real, the mic is real, or the camera is real. Everything appears to be real because it is supported by that reality. The necklace can be called as real because it is supported by the reality which is good. The bracelet can be called as real because it is supported by the reality called as good. So also the question is, all this, the whole world is nothing but a great congregation of names and forms. Whether you like some names or dislike certain names and forms, irrelevant. It is a collection, a great conversion of all names and forms. And therefore, the question is that about the names and forms, you have observed one more thing, that all the names and forms arrive and depart. And even after they arrive, it is in a constant state of flux, keeps on changing, modifying, transforming. So you arrange your own pictures from childhood till now. Once upon a time, you looked so cute, and now, no, no, don't look at it. I have to prepare myself before you take a picture. What has happened? What has happened? There's such a transformation. So all the names and forms are in a constant process of change, transformation. So therefore, you are saying that it is reality. The names and forms are a reality, but they are a transactional reality and they are not absolute reality. You admit the same person after you meet after 10 years, he is definitely not going to look the same, though you may praise him by saying, well, you look the same even after 20 years. And we all know that this is something just, we have to say, or we say out of love or encouragement to the other person. Oh, you look the same. Nobody looks the same. You know this. Even that person also feels that, not really. You see. Because this body is in a constant process. I mean, what do they call it? Transformation, changing. How can you have something? And if you remain stagnant, just the same, even a portrait doesn't remain the same. The colors fade, the canvas starts disintegrating. Huh? So what is it that remains same and so real? So now you see all these names and forms are in, they are they are real, meaning they are a transactional reality. Somebody whom you may call as a friend, somebody you may call as an enemy, somebody whom you may say I like or I dislike, and so on and so forth. All these things, including your body mind complex, is just the state. Then now the question is, as all the names and forms, the bangle, the necklace, etc., keeps on changing, and it is the change is possible because it is supported by gold, which is the reality of the necklace. So also the whole world is in a constant process of change. Then please tell what is the reality behind these names and forms. What is the reality behind all the names and forms? So now we are going to say that reality we call as Brahman, as Paramatma. Okay? That real, and it is possible that you can know this reality. And as a result of knowing this, what happens? Yesterday only I told you people, as a result of knowing what happens, Vidyate Hridaya Granthi, Shidyate Sarva Samshaya, Shiyante Chasya Karmani, Tasmin Drishte Paravare. In knowing that which is beyond every concept, in knowing that which is beyond even the unmanifest, the Hridaya Granthi, all the complexes are resolved. Hridaya Granthi means the complexes. They are resolved. Chiyantes, all the doubts are dispelled. And all the karmas which are responsible to bring more suffering or variegated experiences, those karmas are also dissolved. Shiyante jasya karmani tasmin drishte paravare. In just knowing, this is the power of knowledge. And knowing what? Knowing this reality. Tattva jnane. So now he says, the author, Dvividhamapi avaranam. So avaranam, ignorance, has got this power to conceal. Ignorance, what does ignorance do? Does not allow you to know the fact. That's it. When the ignorance is destroyed, you know. That is all. But therefore, the object may be there, but if you are not aware, if you are ignorant about the object, that object is as good as being non-existent for you. And the older generation of Mahatmas used to give this example about one man whose father was very rich, but this rich man died very early when his son was an infant. And slowly, slowly, the house and everything, the luster was lost. There was no more money. This man, he grew up into a man and he started living a very despicable life of penury, of beggary. He started living that kind of a life. Then one day, when this fellow was hungry, famished, emaciated, and all that, His father's old friend came to the town and he said, "What is this? Why are you living like a beggar? You have a treasure that equivalent to some emperor. You have a lot of gold with you." I said, "Where is the gold?" He says, "Right there where you are living." And then he told that man that, in that home house where he was living, there is a particular spot where his father had buried the pots of gold, olden days. Huh? The pots of gold were there. Now he was sitting on that gold, hungry, famished, and life of penury. Everything belonged to him. He is the owner of that gold. Huh? But because he does not know, it is not available for him. So ignorance, similarly, ignorance has got this power. It makes that object unavailable to you. So also when one does not know that this Atma is Brahman, all your glory, that Nirankusha Tripti, you remember this word Nirankusha Tripti? Ankusha means the goad with which the elephant is controlled. Nirankusha means the contentment of such a man of realization is Nirankusha. His Tripti has knows no bounds. There are no boundaries for the tripti, for his contentment, for his satisfaction, for his fulfillment. There is no boundary. That is what was said, Nirankusha tripti, if you remember. So Dvividamapi avaranam. So, and this avaranam meaning the concealment because of which the ignorance has almost made that thing unavailable for him gets destroyed through knowledge. But what knowledge? Tattva jnanena vinashyam. It is capable of getting destroyed. Both these avaranas, which are both the avaranas, a sattva avaranam, a bhana avaranam. Both these avaranam means concealment. The, both these concealment veils, curtains get destroyed through knowledge of that reality. Okay? So that reality because of which this whole world of names and forms has gained the status of being real. That because of which you are calling this is real, that is real, this cup is real, and the computer is real, and Swamiji is real, and so on and so forth. Seems to be existing. What is that? So that tattvajnanena vinasham. Then here he says further, tattvajnanam cha. This tattvajnanam, this knowledge of the reality is again twofold. What is it? Paroksha jnanam, aparoksha jnanam, chaiti dvividham. Paroksha jnanam means indirect knowledge, and aparoksha jnanam means direct knowledge. You can know something, but that knowledge has some form of an obstacle because of which it is not known directly or cannot be known directly. Like the fact is, the earth is spherical in shape, round. Okay, this is a fact. But can you experience the earth as being round? The fact is that the earth revolves around its own axis, spins around its own axis, and revolves around the sun. Okay. So earth is moving around the sun, but your experience is that the sun gallops over the earth. Because every morning you see in the east sun rising, And then you also say that the sun has risen and the sun has reached the, uh, you know, in the middle, and the sun is setting, has come down. So you are also in your language and in your transactions, you are admitting and using the language wherein you are saying there is movement of the sun. Whereas what is the fact? The sun moves or the earth moves. So this is the sun is also stationary, but stationary means relatively stationary. In relation to the earth, it is stationary. But in relationship with the entire galaxy, it is moving. Now, but can you know this directly that the earth is round or the sun is stationary? Rather, what you know here is you cannot know that the earth is round directly experientially. The roundness of the earth and the stationariness of the earth, of the sun, is inferred by you. It is an inference. What is it that does not allow you to experience the earth as round or sun as stationary? And the thing is, because there is this distance. Because you are so small on the spinning earth that you cannot see the sun stationary and the earth revolving. Because your position on the earth is relative. That is the reason why you cannot see. Similarly, now this knowledge that the sun is stationary is not something that you are experiencing, or the earth is round is not what you are. This is paroksha jnanam because there is some sort of an obstacle. You cannot know it directly. You cannot know it directly. So indirect knowledge is called as paroksha jnanam, and direct knowledge is called as aparoksha jnanam. In different words, aparoksha jnanam is called as experience. So now the author says both the avaranas, both the kinds of concealments get destroyed through knowledge. What knowledge destroys which avaranam is then your question, because knowledge is also again twofold, paroksha jnanam and aparoksha jnanam. That's why dvividham. Here we go. Tatra gurumukhat vedantajanyam jnanam paroksha jnanam. Now in this reference, the knowledge which is gained by you when the teacher says Tattvamasi, that thou art, you are Brahma. When this is said by the teacher, Vedanta Janyam means that what the teacher is doing is only giving you the means of generating knowledge. Listen to this little carefully. This is sampradaya. Go back to your last time also. I remember we spoke about this. In order for you to have the knowledge of colors and forms, what is required? Obviously, you require the visual faculty. For you to have the knowledge of sounds, what do you require? Auditory faculty, correct? Can your auditory faculty replace your visual faculty? You may have a very sharp sense of sound, but will it allow you to know whether this yellow is the same as this yellow? All that I can say, this is also a yellow cloth, the other one is also a yellow cloth. But then when you see both the shades of this yellow, you appreciate that they are different. But does my auditory faculty allow me to see the difference? No. What is it that you require for knowledge or experience to be had is simple thing, and that is you should have the means of knowledge, the instrument of knowing. In this case, your eyes are the instrument of knowing. That's why you can have that knowledge. So now, in order for you to know Atma is Brahman, what is the means? And we say the Shabda, the words are the means. So when the words of the Upanishad are given, Upanishad is basically words. When those words are given, Vedanta is given to you, those words now act as the instrument of generating knowledge. These words now become the means of generating knowledge, just as you have eyes and ears, etc., of generating some form of knowledge. So also these words will become the means, the instrument, the tool, apparatus through which the knowledge is generated. Huh? So over here, Dvividham api avaranam, he says, Tattvajnanaha Gurumukhat Vedanta Janyam Jnanam. So now, because those are words, the Vedanta Veda is words, and it will not come to you unless somebody speaks, unless the Upadesha is given. And therefore, that Upadesha Gurumukhat takes place from the mouth of the teacher. Who is a teacher, etc., we will see it further. Who is called as a teacher. Because in order for those words also to penetrate and function as the means to generate the knowledge, the one who is seated and from whom the words are delivered to you also has a role that we will see sometime somewhere in some other this issue under that topic, but not here. What do you have to understand at present is just this much. What is called as indirect knowledge? Indirect knowledge means, Bhaskarji, what is called as indirect knowledge? What is the word?
Paroksha Jnanam.
Paroksha Jnanam is called as indirect knowledge. Then how is this knowledge had by you? Because if it is knowledge, then it should be generated by some apparatus. Because no knowledge is generated without apparatus. There are two forms of knowledge. One is Swayambhu knowledge, that is Swarupa. But that knowledge, which is the very nature of the self, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, that knowledge is not going to destroy the ignorance. Understand this. That knowledge will not destroy the ignorance. So you require another form of knowledge which destroys the ignorance. Correct? Because we have identified that ignorance is the cause of bondage. Because of not knowing this Atma is Brahman, now you consider, I am a man, I am a woman, I am good, I am bad, I am Karta, I am Bhokta, I am the experiencer, I am the doer. And since I am the doer, everybody should call me as good person, good doer. And because I am an experiencer, what is their insistence? I should be experiencing only joys, and anybody who irritates me is my enemy. You are very categorical, and how are you therefore creating enemies and friends? Just based on this one wrong notion that aham karta, aham bhokta. I am this body, I'm a man, I'm good, I'm bad, I'm beautiful, I'm ugly, I'm holy, I'm profane. Carry on with all this. But why are you even doing this? Because you do not know what is the reality of this I, of the self. Correct? Now, this is the bondage. And through all these concepts and all these vichitra complexes, what are you creating is only suffering. What are you creating is only what comes is only suffering. And what you call even as your moments of joy is only less suffering. So it is only compromised version of joy. Even when you are experiencing some happiness and all that, and you are, very excited, but even this is going to end. That's why, along with that, the dukkham is already sitting behind, huh? Like a shadow following it. So now this is all because you do not know. So not knowing is is ignorance, and ignorance is the cause of suffering. At an individual level, what is that? Ignorance is the cause of suffering. And at total level of your society and everywhere, samashti, because you do not know Atma is Brahman, you consider I am this, I am that. And then these are my ambitions and these are my desires. And chasing those desires and ambitions, what do you do in the world outside? You create suffering. There is suffering because of ignorance at your level, and there is suffering in the world. You create suffering outside because of ignorance and unbridled desires. You see, therefore, therefore, now he is saying that ignorance is the cause of bondage, and this ignorance can get destroyed only through knowledge. And this knowledge is twofold: direct and indirect. What is that knowledge which is called as indirect knowledge? Parokshishyanam. It is Vedanta Janyam. Vedanta means now just this sentence. Tattvamasi. This sentence, these words, this cluster of words which is called as a sentence. Not every cluster of word can become a sentence. For that cluster of words to be qualified as a sentence, there are certain conditions. Now that you need not go into that. So now there is this sentence, and this sentence will function just as your eyes will function to generate the knowledge of colors and forms. So also this sentence will function to, to generate the knowledge that destroys the ignorance. That's why Arjuna praised Shishyasteham Shadimam Tvam Prapannam, that I am your Shishya, I am your disciple. Instruct me, give me this knowledge. Instruct me means give me this knowledge, give me that knowledge, tell me, talk to me, please. There is a request. Shadimam Tvam Prapannam. Guru Mukhat. So when that vakyam, the sentence, statement, comes through the mouth of the teacher, because that sentence otherwise cannot come by any other ways. If it is a sentence, it has to come through the conscious being only. Oh, but then we don't require a guru, we will read the books. Even if you read the books, there is an author or not who has written it. You will have to admit that there was a person from whom I have got it. So what is wrong in you have saying that there is guru and admitting there is, guru? For some people, this is just some sort of an unnecessary prestige issue. Why should we have a guru? I told you, right? Once Puja Maharaj was also asked, Akananji Maharaj, somebody asked Maharaj, Maharaj, guru किस लिए चाहिए? Guru होना जरूरी है क्या? Is it necessary that one should have guru? Maharaj said that for you not to have guru means you must be sarvajna, you must be omniscient, perfect, omniscient, and that's why you don't require guru. Or you must be extremely unfortunate. Why? Because if you are not omniscient, then you are bound to make mistakes, errors. Isn't it true? And when you are going to make a mistake, if there is nobody to tell you, pull you by your ear, then you are indeed unfortunate. क्या तुम इतने दुर्भागी हो क्या कि कोई तुम्हारा कान खींचने वाला नहीं रहा? इतने अनाथ हो गए? Don't create this unnecessary, oh, we don't require guru and all that. We require. So from where does this knowledge come? Guru Mukha. Okay. Guru Mukhat Vedanta Janyam Jnanam Paroksha Jnanam. So when this knowledge comes from the sentence that is spoken by the teacher, ah, remember every word of the statement that I'm giving. How is this knowledge taking place? From the statement, from the sentence. And if it is a sentence, it has to be spoken. Spoken by whom? Ah, some Aira Gaira Nathu Khaira. No, sir, it is Guru. Guru Mukhat, Vedanta Janyam Jnanam. This is then, he says, this is called as Paroksha Jnanam. And this is our rudimentary definition of Paroksha Jnanam. Okay, you can keep it. Paroksha Jnanam. And that's why when you have heard from the teacher, even once, that this Atma is Purna Vastu, that the meaning of this, the true nature of this self is infinite existence, consciousness, and that what is limitless, that what is complete is Sukham, because that what is limited is Dukkham. Yadvai Bhuma Tat Sukham, Yadvai Alpam Tat Martyam Tat Dukkham. The moment a person becomes aware that he has money, but he feels my money is little less compared to the other fellow, Dukhi. So the moment one becomes aware of limitation, that is Dukkham. So whatever is limited is Dukkham. Yadvai alpam tad Dukkham. Remember, this is the Pratishtha. Oh, I have got limited time. My energy is depleting. My mental faculty is also depleting very quickly with all this sense of limitation that one day I will have to say goodbye to the world, or the people who love me will start saying goodbye to me slowly, slowly, slowly. That itself is scary. And therefore, that whatever is limited is to come. So, no, if you have heard from the teacher's mouth that this Atma is Purnam, now you are going to say, well, my teacher has said, and that's why I know from the Upanishadic statement that this Atma is Brahman, Purnavasti. Though now you cannot say, I don't know, you know. You are going to say, though I know, yet it is not my experience. Though I know, it is not my experience, which means what are you admitting? I know, but I indirectly. Now, what do you require to know it directly, firsthand? And this is what is my nature. Idameva Shravanam. Now, that Paroksha Jnanam itself is called as Shravanam. What is called as Shravanam? Not just simply listening. Oh, I'm listening to the teacher. Oh, no. Listening is only the prelude. But as a result of listening, what has happened to you is Shravana. As a result of listening, understanding, the knowledge has taken place that yes, truly this Atma is Brahman. Now, this much as what has happened is called as Shravana. Shravanam over here is not, you listen to the teacher with all your eyes wide. No. This morning also in our, what do they call, Tatvanusandhanam class, that is an advanced text. Over there also I said that there is the, don't create this spiritual romantic ideas. I listen to, no, don't become any dreamy thing. Be here, be there with the teacher. The teacher is showing you something. Go see that. Idameva Shravanam. Shravanam means where the cognition has taken place is called as Shravanam. Anena vastu nasti ityevam rupam asatva nashti. If this is knowledge, then that knowledge should destroy ignorance. But he says this indirect knowledge destroys ignorance. But what form of ignorance? Asatva. Asatva means vastu nasti iti vyavahara hetu. Now, the person who has never had the, the fortune of listening to Vedanta anytime, and there is no dearth of people, in fact, majority. How many people must be exposed to Vedanta, do you think? Uh-huh. No. Both Ashcharya, Vakta, Ashcharya, Shrota. Shrota is also an Ashcharya. Vakta is also an Ashcharya. Right? But what happens over here is that what form of ignorance is destroyed is the question. So they're going to say asatva is destroyed. What is asatva varanam? When a person, you ask anybody and he will say, what Atma is Brahman? What Brahman? I don't know anything. I know that I am this man and I have to, feed my children. And my wife is waiting. If I don't bring money, I don't know what she will do to me. So I better bring money. I go out, so on and so forth. Your Brahman and all, you keep it on one side. Fursat mein sunenge. Huh? Where I'll listen to your Brahman and all that leisurely. I don't have time for this Brahman thing or Brahman and all. And even if somebody, but people get a chance, what do they say? Oh, this is Vedantic concept. Concept. Now you tell me, necklace is a concept or gold is a concept? Out of these two, what is a concept? Mental construct is a concept. Even if a person who does not know this is a necklace, he will know this is a gold. So, necklace is a concept. So also I am, and I am Brahman Purna. This is the basis. Now, on the basis, on substratum of this I, Aham, self, I am good, I am bad, everything is constructed. These are constructs. But now you are saying, well, the construct is real and the substratum is a concept. Now look at that. So, what is that person's vyavahara? Vastu nasti. Brahman, Atma is not Brahman. Is not, there is nothing like Brahman and all. All that you have to do is you be a good citizen, be loyal to your wife, be loving to your children, be nice to your neighbors and relatives, and then, live a decent life, pay your taxes, keep some money, and then one day go. That is all that you are saying you are. And therefore, there is nothing like Brahman. Vastu nasti. But now, once when you have heard from the teacher that Atma is Brahman, you will say, well, I know, but I have not experienced. And therefore, the vastu nasti, this vyavahara will not take place. You will say, well, I know Atma is Brahman, but there will be that, what do they call? A clause, Atma is Brahman, but I have not experienced. My Guru must have experienced. Huh? My Guru must have, I don't, I haven't. So this kind of a knowledge is called as Paroksha Jnanam. But this Paroksha Jnanam removes the Asattva Varana. It removes that Asattva Varana, the concealment because of which you are saying Brahman is not there. Asattva Varanam Nashyati. And then after, what is your Vyavar? I know Atma is there, Brahman is there. So vastu asti iti vyavahiyate. Thus, now this becomes, now you say, I know, I know. There is this reality, which is Brahman, Parmeshwara, is there, vyavahariyate. Okay. Then furthermore, what is there? Vyavahariyate. We have done this, huh? Why did I? Oh, this is. Oh, we were at Adhyaropa Apavada part of it. Chalo, theek hai, koi baat nahi. Then because of what? The Abhana Avarnam gets destroyed is Aparoksha Jnana. Okay? Then that shloka was told. I'm sorry, I did not see this. The page was previous page only I went to. Nevertheless, this repetition, it is not repetition. It throws more light, gives more clarity. So it is good. All right. So this is what then is put into a different model as 7 steps of liberation by Vidyaranya Swami over here. And he says, Ajnanam mavritis tadvad vikshepascha parokshatihi aparoksham mati shoka hatis traptir nirankusha iti. एवं आकाशवन्निर्मले चैतन्यवस्तुनि मिथ्याभूत प्रपञ्चकल्पनम् adhyarupa. This is what is superimposition. Now, to see, to know, that there is this prapancha, but where is this prapancha? In this consciousness alone, in this existence. This prapancha is there, and what is the nature of this consciousness? Nishprapancha, free from all divisions. Where are the divisions seen? In this, that which is indivisible. Where are all these divisions? You, me, he, she, they, that, here, there, now, then. Where are all these divisions? Because of time, space, object, and various other attributes, because of which these divisions are, you call this all divisions, in that which is indivisible. So, really speaking, where are the divisions? There, where there are no divisions. So, where the object is absolutely absent, and there alone that object is seen, then what is the status of that object? Mithya eva. So this prapancha, prapancha means prakarshena pancha, all differences are there, is what? Mithya eva. This is called as the Attarupa. Okay, what is the apavada? We will see when we meet next. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamada Evavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Adarayanam Utravashikadam Vande Bhagavanto Punaha Ishvaro Gururatmiti Viveda Vibhagine Yomavadvyaptehaya Dakshinam Taye Namaha. Thank you all. Thank you very much.